Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Man, it's a hot one, like 7 inches from the midday sun. We're tracking temps to see if they approach Santana and Rob Thomas 1999 levels. And believe me, that was hot. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Let's get right to Ashley Barrissey because in addition to cannonball weather, well, we have some potential air quality concerns, Ash.
That's right. Cannonball in the pool when it comes to temperatures, but you might want to limit your time outside just due to the poor air quality that we are tracking. And that's all because of the Canadian wildfire smoke that's really draping a good portion of the country. It's clipping portions of the plains, but you can see here across the Great Lakes and even farther south, going farther south than Kentucky is where we have some thick smoke draping the area. So it's very much filtered sunshine at this lunch hour. Now, where do we stand air quality wise? Well, it could be worse. We could be off towards Minneapolis, northern Minnesota and Wisconsin, where there is hazardous air quality. But here closer to home, moderate pollutants. But this has been increasing as the temperatures have been as well. Speaking of those temperatures, it's going to be a toasty one this afternoon as we are already sitting in the upper 70s and will continue to crank up the heat through the afternoon. So 78 right now in the city, 77 in Ann Arbor and Pontiac, and check out Monroe already cracking that 80-degree mark, 81 at noon. So southwesterly winds around 10 miles per hour will continue to pump in that warmth from the south. So your hourly forecast, anticipate mid to upper 80s with that hazy sunshine, a little breezy out there. We'll talk about what's ahead because we will be tracking some turbulent weather for your Wednesday in a few minutes.
All right, Ashley, we are working to learn more about a situation still developing out of Washtenaw County. It happened this morning, still going on. This is video from Sky 4 over a massive police presence on Noller Road in Northfield Township. This was a little earlier, this video. Right now, unclear what prompted this large force to come out officially, but the initial call was about a possible barricaded situation. Police have confirmed that the county assisted with SWAT units and a crisis negotiator. When we do get an update or a resolution to this situation, we'll make sure we have it at clickondetroit.com first. It seems like it's getting hard to keep track of all the Sheetz proposals that are going on across the metro. However, there is a clear view of the pushback these gas stations are getting in most cases. Priya Mann with one more in Macomb County that's getting their message out today.
The proposed expansion of Sheet gas stations across Metro Detroit has faced pushback in some communities and been welcomed in others. Tonight, there is a protest planned outside of the Macomb Township Hall ahead of a meeting that would discuss a potential expansion of Sheet's gas stations here in this area. And some businesses do not want the out-of-state developer coming in and impacting local economies. The proposed Sheet's location here would be at 23 Mile Road and North Avenue. Officials will be looking at the site plan and zoning for special land use tonight. Sheetz has proved popular in other states, including neighboring Ohio. The first Michigan location opened last year in Romulus. Each store has a full kitchen that serves made-to-order food 24 hours a day, but the chain has faced growing pushback in communities across Metro Detroit, with some worried about traffic, around-the-clock hours, and the impact on local businesses. In a statement, Sheetz says, as a family-owned and operated company, Sheetz strives to be the best neighbor we can be in every community we serve, and we look forward to continued dialogue. We remain steadfast in our mission to create quality jobs with excellent benefits and make a meaningful difference in every community we serve. Again, that meeting is happening tonight at 6:30 at the Macomb Township Hall. I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
All right, Priya, and we hope she gets some hot tea and honey soon, right? In Hamtramck, City Manager Max Garbarino and a police officer both suing the mayor and other city leaders now for retaliation and racial discrimination. The suit claims the city manager and officer were subjected to unfair treatment and bias. It also alleges city leaders and the police chief retaliated against them for exposing suspected corruption and because of racial bias by the Arab American defendants against them for being white. This all comes on the heels of a previous legal battle, including ongoing disputes over city council appointments and a whistleblower lawsuit settled earlier this year. For the full story, and there's a lot to it, you can catch up on all of it at clickondetroit.com. Oakland County's 6th Judicial Circuit Court issuing a rare public response to a complaint from the parents of the Oxford High School shooter. James and Jennifer Crumley, each serving sentences for involuntary manslaughter in the deaths of 4 high school students in 2021. The Crumleys claim the court is delaying their right to appeal. The court sent out this statement in response, laying out the reasons for that delay. The court saying the cases involve novel issues of law and fact. The judge wants to issue separate written opinions here. The court saying this is both legally founded and deliberate and will avoid prejudice to either party. Clinton Township leaders denying a plan to install power lines along a major road. International Transmission Company wanted to put those lines along 19 Mile from Hayes to Garfield to power the Henry Ford Hospital campus. The company picked that route after an alternative along Delcoma Drive was rejected. Well, now another rejection. Last night, the Board of Trustees heard neighbors express concerns over those power lines being too close to their homes. No word on another plan yet for those lines. State Attorney General Dana Nessel pushing back against Consumers Energy and its latest proposal for a $436 million electric rate increase. The request comes weeks after a $154 million increase already took effect in April. Nessel says this would be one of the largest rate increases in 20 years on the electric side. She has filed a notice of intervention, meaning her office will now scrutinize that proposal to ensure customers don't pay any unwarranted costs. If the proposed is approved, household bills could go up by more than 13% in 2026. Flat Rock city leaders debating the future of a nearly century-old dam on the Huron River. Huron-Clinton Metro Parks recently made a $5 offer to the city to take control of that. Yes, just $5, but they were not impressed. Kim DeGiulio has how it all centers around a recent feasibility study.
And this is the dam that has this whole community concerned about what's going to happen to it. Specifically, if the dam is gone, what would happen to the water here in front of it? But that now is even more uncertain after a city council meeting last night. The Flat Rock Dam has been here since the 1920s. And now there's great concern about its removal, which would drain levels of the long-standing water behind the dam.
I think these people all bought their homes for this lake. I feel for these people. I feel greatly for them.
The dam is owned by the Huron-Clinton Metro Parks Authority, who recently released a 140-page feasibility study that includes the possibility of removing the Flat Rock Dam to improve fish travel. Most recently, the Huron-Clinton Metro Parks Authority offered to sell the dam to the city of Flat Rock for just $5. Flat Rock would not only be taking over the dam and bottomlands, but the responsibility for maintaining the dam and potential liabilities arising from it.
What a bunch of political crap, trying to make it look like, oh, we're going to give this the offer to Flat Rock. It's not us. We're giving it to Flat Rock, and they don't want it. It's all their fault now. It's a bunch of crap.
The city declining the offer last night at the city council meeting, which leaves the future of this dam still unknown.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All against. All right.
Now, I should mention that the Metro Park also gave Huron Township that same offer to buy the dam for $5. They have yet to accept or decline that offer. In Flat Rock, I'm Kim DeGiulio, Local 4.
All right, Kim. And speaking of, a lot of changes coming to our morning news. In addition to Kim going to Live in the D, Nick Monticelli is heading our new shows that are coming on Local 4+. So we're going to be on live from 4:30 all the way to 12:30 every day. And you might watch us on the streaming side now, but we've added some shows from the 8 o'clock hour all the way until 11 when Live in the D starts. And then, of course, our newscast joins us right after that. You can find all of that on your Local 4+ app. That's right on your TV homepage. And, of course, you can always get it at clickondetroit.com as well.